Partick, yeah.
So Nikki Scrasson will be going back to that mural that's in Partick as part of the legacy of the 2014 games and being able to put a smile on its face now, having been winning the Scottish Ladies and Women's Cup final. These teams, as you said, Sam, they play again next weekend. Grove will have Lee Fawcett back. It'll make a big difference to them. But I think they might lose Ali Bell, because I'm not sure Ali will be around. So they get strength in one area, but they lose that goal threat up front if Ali isn't available. How would that balance out?
If Ali's not available, that's a massive loss. She creates so much. The only thing that you could say is then they might not hit the long balls and try and look for her, and they'll have to play it through their midfield more, so it might change their structure that they play. Yeah, I think it's going to be a different kettle of fish next weekend. I think that was, I was really impressed with Western. Can they, are they going to get much better than that? I don't know. I don't think Grove played well at all to the standards that they can play. So yeah, I think it'll be a different kettle of fish, but give Western their dues today. They come out winners and they're Scottish Cup champions.
And you pointed out the way they harnessed Ali Bell for most of the game with Susan McGilvery and double teaming, and Susan herself just knowing what Ali likes to do and what moves she likes to move and making it very difficult for her. Ali probably wasn't as effective as Charlotte would have hoped she'd be.
Yeah, I mean, Susan and Ali have played and trained alongside each other for, a few years now, and it's the same with all the players in Scotland. Everyone knows their strengths and their weaknesses. And I think today Susan probably got the upper hand, but who knows, next week or the week after Ali, it could be a different story.
So if Lee Fawcett comes back in next Saturday for Grove, she slots into centre midfield, that kind of area, that allows Amy Brodie to move out to one of the other midfield areas, and she becomes more of an attacking threat rather than just a distribution point position. Does that help them coming through the midfield for Grove?
Yeah, I think what they'll tend maybe to do is play three at the back and have Foxy and Brodie both in the middle. But yeah, you want to push Brodie further forward. You want Brodie to be picking up the ball as high up the pitch as possible and really using her strengths in driving at players and taking players on and getting in the circle and scoring goals. That's where you really want Brodie, and she didn't have the opportunity to do that today because she had to be a little bit more defensive.
And of course, Katie Robertson played a bit further back today, and she normally plays a bit higher, and so that might release her to play up front and provide another goal threat for Grove up front. Well, just about to go to the presentations. Mark Bogue, the president of Scottish Hockey, will do the medals, but initially it will be the medals to the two umpires, Sarah Wilson and Ellen Murray, and reserve umpire Anna Watts. And they'll be followed by the technical officials Chris MacDonald, Barbara Morgan and Kat Graham.
And now the runners-up in the Women's Scottish Cup final, an epic match with some epic performances, so please show your appreciation for the fantastic Grove Hill. Scott, number 1's Catherine, goalkeeper, Louise Carroll, Louise Baxter, Susan Hamilton, Karen Belch, Amy Brodie, Colleen Scott, Katie Robertson, scorer Alison Bell, and scorer Sarah Jameson, Danielle Johnston, Lindsay Allen, Katie Stott, Jacqueline Sutty, and Iona Armour. Grove Hill captain today by Number 14, Scottish hockey legend and goal scorer in the final in the 11. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, show your appreciation for Roman Hill.
So great to see so many young players on show today, Sam. Sarah Jameson, Danielle Johnson and Katie Robertson all playing really well for Grove. Augurs well for them in the future, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think Grove have always they've kind of got this reputation that players, you know, travel to play for them, and I think, you know, those girls are up at university up there, and yeah, it's good to see the youngsters coming through. But I mean, you look at the Western team, and they've got a lot of good youngsters as well, and yeah, it's a bright future, I think, for Scottish hockey.
Oh, absolutely. Fantastic performance by Louise Duffy for Western in the second half. It's sometimes a challenge for coaches to change their goalkeeper at half time, the risk of that, but she certainly came on, made some good saves in open play, and then had a fantastic penalty save from Louise Carroll in the last couple of minutes to save the game for Western.
Yeah, she did. It is a big risk, you know, so Kat will be pretty chuffed with that decision that she made. She'll be giving herself a pat on the back, because it is a big decision to change the goalkeeper. But I think she's probably prepping them because they're going away to Europe in May. You know, she'll be wanting to build both the keepers' confidence, and you know, Kirsten Stobo had a good first half as well. And yeah, Louise Duffy, I mean, it was a fantastic save from Louise Carroll.
Congratulations to the coaching team at Mountain Clydesdale Western, Connie Carney and Kat Semple. And I'm sure that Susan McGillivray will be giving us a few words after the trophy presentation. Well done again to Mountain Clydesdale Western. Now joined pitchside by Kirsty Fowler, who has Susan McGillivray giving a short speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the victorious captain, Susan McGillivray.
Really good competition today. Hopefully they enjoyed it as well, even though they didn't win. The umpires, thanks to Sarah and Ellen today, umpired as well, and also my team who have been amazing all season, and we've got a piece of silver to show for it now, so really proud of you all, and thanks for everything. That was it.
Thanks very much, Susan. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please, both teams, Grove Hill and Mountain Clydesdale Western, a fantastic match.
So an eloquent celebration speech from Susan McGillivray.
Stop there in just a few minutes' time, a 4 o'clock pushback, which is in about 20 minutes. You'll see the conclusion of the men's tournament between Grange Hockey Club and Edinburgh University.